Why does everyone else's life feel so exciting? The past few weeks have been a mix of everything. First week of classes at McGill, my part-time job, some days driving in, some days working from home. Every day feels different, but somehow it all blends together. I started reflecting on why I felt this way, and I went on a bit of a deep dive into what science says about it. One thing I realized is that our brains are wired to crave novelty. That's why scrolling endlessly feels addictive, because every post is a tiny jolt of something new. Real life doesn't really work like that. Most days aren't packed with thrills. Most of life is ordinary, and that's okay. There's a psychological concept called the hedonic treadmill. Essentially, it's the idea that humans quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness. So that vacation that you've been dreaming about, after a week, it feels pretty normal, and it's just the way we're wired.
It's time to go to school now! Oh my god, so exciting!
The problem comes when we expect every day to feel extraordinary. That's when life starts to feel repetitive. But here's what I've learned. When I stopped resisting the boring parts of my schedule, I treated them as a space to experiment, to reflect, and to create. Suddenly, my daily routine didn't feel so boring. Sometimes those dull chapters are actually preparing you for the exciting ones. I like to joke that I'm just waiting for mine to come around, but honestly, I like my life, even the ordinary parts.
I can't. Je vais faire un trou. Quelqu'un veut essayer? I feel like you can.
Oh no, I can, yeah, definitely.
So, if a stranger came up to me and said, life feels pretty boring right now, which, I would hope that doesn't happen in real life, but in the event that it does, just know that I've thought about it. Here's what I'd say. Good. Lean into it. The quiet stretches, the ordinary moments, that's where your ideas grow, where your brain really does its work. The highs wouldn't feel as high if you were constantly chasing excitement. Life is kind of the same as skydiving. The first jump is really thrilling, but if every day was a free fall, it wouldn't feel as special anymore. And I think it's the ground you walk on every day that really makes the leap worth it. If that metaphor makes sense. It makes sense to me in my mind.